Have you ever loved something so much that you just want to make it happen every day? Me neither. This is a podcast a day. Pod a day, no, you fool, you idiot. I'm tired. I've literally just woken up from a nap. It's not actually late, but I just had to get one in. I think it's perfectly fine. Normalized naps, babies. Anyway, this is a completely actually awful tangent. I don't want to get into it. I felt like I was about to start like a bad 5 minute stand-up set. Like, don't get me started on those babies. They're napping all the time. What about the rest of us? It's like, no, okay, let's just stick to what we was meant to be saying. 350 maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. It's been a while. I am behind, which is awful. I don't think I missed a day last year till and this is from going to France as well. I feel like I didn't miss a day until the middle of the year, like June, maybe May or something, April. I'm going further and further earlier, but it's February, man, and I'm playing catch up. I got to do 3 in a row right now, and I don't know. The start was a lot easier, and I was ahead most of the time. And I think that's just because there was more topics and stuff, and you could stockpile. And I just had a lot of things, so I could get 3 ahead, and it'd be nice. Get 2 ahead, 1 ahead. Now, I think I need to sort of change my direction and make this a little bit more concise, make this more maybe purposed direction or something. Talk about a specific thing, find a route other than this just being happening to sit here and speak about anything every day. It makes it very difficult because there's not always stuff to talk about. Right now, I've got down Zuckerberg roasts the Apple Vision Pro. And after that, I got Chris Miller on the Spider-Verse NBA sort of AI art drama. It's just random, and I can never usually find a simple way to what's it called? Tangent. No, not tangent. That's a completely wrong word. What's it called when it's that was a really transition kind of. I mean, that is the right word, but there's usually a better word for it. Here's an example. I'll act out a little scene for you, and you'll know what the word is. Oh, so the Lakers, they're really good. They won their game. Congrats to the Lakers. Speaking of lakes, man dies in lake from lake poisoning. So it's you do a little one of those. Honestly, it's nowhere in my brain right now, and that just speaks to it. So there's never really a good way to do one of them. I never know what to title it. It's always just too much of a, looking for things, screenshotting. My phone you just full of screenshots. It's I think I see on Twitter. I'm that's mildly whatever. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna try and pivot to a more film-based thing. Now, to say I'm going to be able to watch a new film every single day is just not the case, because I'll get 5 days in and I'll be like, well, there's just nothing I genuinely want to watch right now, so it's just not happening. So I guess it could be old films as well, just stuff I've seen. I've definitely seen at least 365 films, so that should be a year sorted. But just some kind of review thing. But it needs to be, I feel like it needs to be a different angle of just, oh, there's this film, here's my opinions on it. I feel like that's so obviously everyone does that. That's very, you could find that anywhere else type thing. But then at the same time, I feel like a pod a day, this is just meant to be something. The main point really of this, what I'm doing right now, is more just is to keep me honest. It's to keep me doing something at least daily, and therefore the other avenues, well, not avenues, the other channels and stuff, the football one, the movie video essay style one, and the Formula One one. I'm always in the mindset where I can by doing this, I'm always in making something at least, which helps me not fall into a place where it goes 2 weeks you haven't made anything because you've somehow fallen out of that head space mindset or whatever. So this is not really meant to be something to really grow. Doesn't mean it wouldn't be nice though. Especially if you get to a point where you're 5,000 episodes into something, you should probably at least try. So maybe a movie related thing, but I just need to find an angle to come at the movies to speak about them in that way. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do 2 today of the normal style. So this one, and the next one, are gonna be just sort of talking about that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna sort of brainstorm ways to talk about movies that would be different. And I'm sure I'll come up with something. Maybe I'll need another nap and then actually allow myself to wake up. But yeah, anyway, into the actual topics, because this would have been titled Zuckerberg rap battle Apple Vision Pro. It would be something random, so I should probably actually get into it. Mark Zuckerberg, you know him, you love him. Sorry, uh, I don't want to put that on you. You know him. Honestly, all my opinions of Mark Zuckerberg come directly from The Social Network, a fictional, fabricated movie, obviously, but not to me. You know, my what is it? What's the phrase? My feelings don't care about your facts, and all of the sort of the ideas that he's this evil guy who's screwed everyone over, and he's this lizard man, and he's evil. It's just much more fun. So I like to run with that. And he is a weird CEO. I used to think, he was relatively normal. I used to think he's just a bit of a socially awkward guy who happened to make the biggest social media platform, at least for the time, right? Which is like a cool little like juxtaposition or whatever. But that's a bit, it's like well, I guess it kind of makes sense in a way, but it's like being bold, I was gonna say, or bald, I guess, and inventing the best sort of hair shampoo. It's like, whoa, but you're bold, but you're not got friends that you're so good at sort of making a platform for him type thing. I didn't think he was like a weird CEO guy though. Like I never put him on the same level as like Elon for being weird. But then you got to realize all billionaires are going to be kind of weird. The Jeff Bezoses, and the more I see of him, the more I'm like, you are just kind of like weird. Him making like a video. I mean, this isn't like the weirdest thing in the world, obviously, but he made like a video, like, you know, I don't know what platform he put it on. If he just uploaded it to YouTube, like, Apple Vision Pro Roast .mp4 or whatever. Like he didn't even title it. Just like uncut video uploaded. He's just sort of sitting there on his sofa. Like 5 reasons why, in my humble opinion, the product I make is much better than the Apple Vision Pro. As if there was ever going to be he starts the video going, so I've used it, and now I can safely say ours is better in almost every facet. Let me tell you why. And it's like, really? So you used it, and I meant to believe there was a world in which you came to the conclusion that yours was worse in some ways, and you was going to tell us why yours is also worse in some ways as well. Like there is no world in which the man who is like, in my opinion, I would never want to listen to like a food review, a drinks review, a film review from someone who is the head of the opposition. Because as much as they tell me they're not biased, I'm just gonna listen to someone who I feel like just obviously isn't biased. Like, why would anyone genuinely be sitting at home going, "Oh, I was gonna get the Apple Vision Pro," but then the head of the competitor one said to me his one's better, so I guess I'm gonna get his ones then. It's like if I make one and it literally looks like a cardboard cutout, and I glue it to my eyeballs and I say, guys, I think mine's better, and someone taking my word for it. Like, no, 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 no. You need like Marquez Brownlee to tell you. You know what I mean? He's probably not biased. He's just in the middle tech guy. You know, but he went on there. He was doing a bit of a roast. He was breaking it down. He was calling it out. He may as well had a like in the video. He may as well had like a microphone that was dangling from the ceiling, like old school style. But he was going in. He was slewing it, and fair play to you. I don't know how many more sales you probably got from doing that, but sure. Mark Zuckerberg. He's doing like, oh, as well as Mark. Can I call you Mark? I feel like he used to be a lot more behind the scenes. More, he was like the CEO. I'm the face of it. I'm there. And now he's like doing the boots on. He's got boots on ground. He's like, he's coming down doing like workman role. Like he's coming out. He's selling it to the people. Like he's out on the street handing out flyers and stuff. I don't know why, but he's getting hands on. So fair play. I don't know if I like that actually. I don't know why I said fair play. I spoke about that already. I don't know why that's still in here. What is this? Oh, that conversation. I mean, what could we pivot to? I mean, the BAFTAs were what day? I don't even know what day it is. Yesterday. They were yesterday, and I have to say they were all right. It was the BAFTAs. I think all the awards this year are going to be pretty similar because it's a very boring year. It's a very boring year. There is no like, it's not a good race. It's like the Premier League. It's getting very repetitive. It's getting sort of Bundesliga style where the same team wins. It's like this season has been. It's Max Verstappen. It's Max Verstappen. It's winning all the races. It's where's the fun. It's there's no drama. It's no we want a free horse race type thing. No, you're not getting it. Cillian Murphy's winning Best Actor. Emma Stone. I mean, it's kind of between her and I can't remember the name of the other woman because she wasn't even nominated at the BAFTAs. Lily Gladstone. Supporting actor, it's gonna be Downey Jr. Supporting actress, Divine Joy Randolph. Like screenplay, one of the screenplay one Zone of Interest. This is gonna be that. It's just all very similar. Like even in the awards that for the neutral, you don't, not even the neutral. That's not the right word for like the, what's the word, the casual fan that you don't care about as much, which is AKA all of the awards that aren't actor or best picture realistically. Even those are kind of the same everywhere. So picking a favorite award is just really going to come down to the vibe. I like the BAFTAs because I'm British, I'm English. So I like seeing, I guess they got like best British film. I like that they got the Rising Star Award. I like that one. And it's just the overall vibe. I feel like England, the BAFTAs, they kind of have a bit more of a lax vibe. Like the BAFTAs is a little bit more goofy. It's a bit like cringy at times. It's a bit, tacky kind of. I mean, you got David Tennant running around with a little dog trying to like, I'm petting the dog. He's running around. You got David Tennant hosting it at all. He's there in his kilt. He's shouting out all the awards. You had like some guy come on, the guy from Ted Lasso on rollerblades, just do like a little 3 minute set, kind of like his set was in the style of something you'd see that comes up on one of those stand-up shows where it's like you got to do 3 minutes, and if you get booed off earlier, like everyone's got a buzzer, and if they boo you off, like one of those like game show kind of sets, everyone throws tomatoes at you. It was very much like that, and I appreciate it. It was last year. Was it last year or the year before? It fed the whole meme. And Angela Bassett did the thing. They don't mind getting a little bit cringe. I don't know if that's what they're going for, but it's a bit of fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. You look at the SAG. That's the most circle jerk out of all of them. Like it's hard. I mean, they all are to an extent. It's an award show, but the SAG one, it's like we're all rooting for each other, and it starts with like, you started by having actors give the whole life story and go, and I am an actor, and it's like everyone's up on stage, loving on each other, loving on themselves, giving out awards to each other and stuff. That's the SAG one. Critics' Choice. It's the critics. It's formal. It's like, these people in suits who we probably act like we don't care about the opinions of, and until we get to the Critics' Choice Awards. Obviously, the Oscars, it's the classy one. This is meant to be a classy party. That's the one where people probably put on their best dress. That's the one where if you're gonna miss that one, oh, sorry, Tom Hanks couldn't be here tonight. You'll show up to the Oscars. That's the big one, right? So that's like everyone's sort of vibe. And then Golden Globes, again, that sort of feels party vibe. That the tables, it feels the most like, because it's got more like blockbuster films and stuff, and musicals and comedies in there more. So like it feels more like a party vibe there, right? And all of them have got their own vibe. So outside of what's winning the awards, you can have your ones that you like and don't like, right? But like I feel like people who like films and stuff, they're so precious. Like film Twitter people, and I like films, but like film Twitter people, they're so like precious about these awards and stuff, and like when they talk, and sometimes they're probably saying something that's like technically true and fair, but it's like, oh god, you're so boring. Like whenever I see someone post something like, oh, I just went to the cinema to rewatch this film I like, and they record the film, they record the cinema screen, and then someone gets onto it like, first of all, don't record in the cinema. It's like they have this whole like thing against it or whatever, and it's like they're probably technically right. It's like, but to me, like this is part of why I could never like really get in. It's like just chill out, type thing. And they've probably got their reasons and this and that. But like I said, there's one thing going into a screen recording the whole film. Yeah, don't do that. But like if you're trying to make a point on Twitter, like, oh, this part in this film, it was really good, and you record like 5 seconds, like, and then you record it like in there. You're not meant to do it, but like it's not that deep type thing. But film, they're so like precious about the cinema. It has to be on the big screen, and you're negatively affecting it in some way. And it's like probably it's actually positively affecting it if the tweet does well or whatever. It's not. It's just like sure, type thing. And like on this one, it was like the thing people were being so precious about was, why do we have this unfunny guy coming in on rollerblades, wasting 4 minutes of our time? But yet we can't see all of the awards speeches. They trim it down. And it's worded in this like, explain yourself, BAFTA. And then you look through all of the replies, and it's everyone like, yeah, it's disgusting. Everyone is so like hyperbolic about it. Yeah, it's just not on. I was literally thinking to myself, what is going on? This isn't okay. It's like, Oh my god. First of all, it's like comedy is, you know, subjective, right? Look, I'm not going to defend it and be like it was the funniest thing in the world. It had that sort of Park Holidays caravan park kind of style cringe to it. I think by the end, all the celebrities kind of warmed to it a little bit more, and I was like, okay, that was like a funny thing that happened. But it's like these shows are like 3 hours long for the people in the room, 3 and a bit hours, and watching it on at home is like 2 hours, right? And it's like for these people who hold it so dearly, they want to see every award and they want to see it as a speech for every award. But like, as a casual, it's like I'll sit myself down to watch them all, but like they get boring. God forbid you have a little refresh, like half like a little increments here to like, you know, give you at least something, even if it's cringe, it's something, a bit of entertainment to like talk about afterwards. Cause like they do get boring, and it's like I'm just being honest. Yeah, would it be fair? These people have worked really hard on this part of the film. You want to see their whole speech and get up? We'd be sitting here for ages, and realistically, so many of them give dry speeches. They just like they bring out the folded pieces of paper, it's all crumpled, thanking like 101 people. Like it's no surprise that the actors usually give the most, you know, charismatic speeches where they sort of get you in your feels because they're the ones in front of the camera. I'm not saying they don't deserve their moment. They're up there in front of their peers, in front of people they respect and stuff. And there should probably be like an uncut version for people to watch somewhere online. Yeah, because they should be able to like have a video of it when they won and stuff, and then be given the speech. But I'm just saying, for a casual, whether it was right or wrong, yeah, it would get boring having to sit and like this, you know, catering crew get up here, you know, give your speech and that. It's like, yeah, they deserve it. They did a great job on the thing. Everyone's job is important as each other, all this and that. But like, it's just true. You got to have little shows and dances in the middle. I don't remember people complaining when it was Ariana DeBose getting doing the thing, just because that was just became a bigger moment. It has the exact same impact. That was taking up time when people could give speeches. Also, I saw this guy when Oppenheimer won, and he was in the background. I was like, "Who's he?" And I just assumed he was an usher or something. And apparently, he was like one of these pranksters because that's like a thing at the moment. Can I sneak into this event? And it turns out it was very easy. You just kind of put on a suit and you can get into these events and whatever. And he was up on the stage and he didn't do anything. I guess it was for a video. It was just to show, hey, look, I got up on stage for Best Picture at the BAFTAs. You get a video out of it. People were so like precious about it. It's not right. Killian Murphy, you could see he was really uncomfortable. You could see his body language as he noticed he was like, who's this guy? He was trying to edge away. Everyone was like, why the hell would he do this? What was running through his head? Like he did the worst thing in the world. It's like you should have done it. No, he did a little prank thing. He got up on stage. It was no loud, but he didn't like get up there and start sort of doing a helicopter or like actually interfere. Yeah, he was down in bed, bang in the middle to make sure he was on camera for his video or whatever. But it's like it's just everyone's so precious about it. Like if it's that easy to get into a award show by just putting on a suit and then walking up with the cast, then blame the BAFTAs for having better security. Like it was that easy, and normally he didn't actually affect it in any way. It was like a Where's Wally thing you had to notice. No one really said anything about it. This whole like, oh my god, what was running through your head? What I think it's just like this is really. It's just this. I don't know. And I get all of the points I brought up. The points are people have made have technically been in the right about it. But just because you're right doesn't mean you're not annoying. So yeah, that's all. It's 300. I don't even know. But I'll see you in the next.